What's going on, people? Welcome back to another video. It's Tuesday night. It's the John and Maisy show, and I've got Maisy. How are you doing, Maisy? You okay?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you, John? And thank you again for having me on.
You're welcome anytime. It's a Tuesday thing, and you always work on the Tuesdays, pet. You know that, and you know how to play outside the box, and just for get you on the Tuesday sort of thing. You're a done deal. So, and I'm welcome to have you on as well. So, if you like the video and you like what I see, please hit the like button, smash the like button, and also subscribe. Also, go into Macy's Devils United's podcast as well, and the link is in the description, it's in the title as well. And if you'd like to donate, then you can always do that by clicking the how much you want to give us. Just give what you can. And also, if you'd like to become a member, then by all means, click on the join button. 99p, one option, and that's all there is to it. Got 18 people watching live, which is fantastic. And thanks so much for viewing us as well. And also, you can Facebook users as well. You can also watch that as well on the Facebook page as well. I send a link out as well. So spinning at a boot. So Maisy, what's going down? I mean, listen, it's not been a good few days for Man United. You got absolutely demolished by 4-1. Second half is the worst I have seen for a long time. I can't lie. Marcus Rashford wants out, according to reports, and it's been leaked out again. And that team, Monsterville, I keep saying it, is the worst Man United team I've seen for a long time, in decades. And what is going on at Old Trafford? What needs to be sorted?
I want to touch on the game in itself, the 4-1. Maybe this is, a lot of people say, why'd you do that? But I actually predicted Man United to lose. This was actually Pep Guardiola's second win at the Etihad as a Manchester City manager. Second win. Daniel James has had more Manchester Derby wins than Pep Guardiola at Etihad. So you hear things like that, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. But the form we have been on, we're scraping past wins, we're scraping past draws against these teams of the Burnleys, the Newcastles. We lost against Wolves. We very, very scraped a win there from Atletico Madrid. So I didn't come into this game very hopeful whatsoever. We had injuries of Cristiano Ronaldo, Edinson Cavani, even though Edinson Cavani was meant to be back. So I'm not too sure what happened. People saying Alanga was playing a false nine. No, he was not playing a false nine. He does play as a striker. He's played as a striker at youth level. But I think playing as a striker for Manchester City, it's a test for Anthony Alanga. He didn't get the service. There was only 3 shots on target for the whole game for Manchester United. So it's very poor service there for Alanga, and you feel sorry for him, really, knowing that he's only very young. He's only came into this team. But I said, if people do watch my channel, of course, on my and I've said it on other people's channels, if City get an early goal, we will get battered. What did City do? They get a De Bruyne early goal. A lot of people were laughing at De Bruyne before the game, going, De Bruyne, he's only got 2 goals this season, kind of thing. I'm not saying, don't get me wrong, it's a bit funny to see that, but who's laughing now? Because Manchester City, half of De Bruyne's Premier League goals are against us now. Half of them. He scored 4 now this season. Sancho, it was an absolute brilliant goal. Can't knock the guy. He's probably the only consistent player in the team. And De Bruyne obviously made it 2-1 at half time. We didn't play too bad in the first half, really. So I thought, okay, if we come out like this again, maybe it might come out in a draw. It might come out with a 2-2 draw. We might potentially lose by 1, like 3-2, or something like very, very narrow. But of course, Mahrez scoring twice. We all know Mahrez is in such brilliant form this season. Phil Foden was an absolute menace. I even said about Phil Foden myself. He's a wonderful, wonderful player. As a rival fan, it makes you feel sick. It does make you feel sick of how brilliant Phil Foden is. And everywhere he plays, he's great. Everywhere he plays, he is great. And what Wan-Bissaka does start for the Manchester derby. We've always seen that. And we all knew that was going to happen again because I think Ralph has seen, he pockets Sterling kind of thing. And he's put Phil Foden on the left. The difference is, though, with Sterling and Phil Foden is Sterling runs into defenders. It's a bit like Marcus Rashford in that kind of sense, in terms of he'll try and, trying to, torment the defender and then try to go into them to try and get past. But it's a bit like Rashford in that sense. Whereas with Phil Foden, he'll be like trying to torment the Wan-Bissaka and go whoop, like that. He's a whippet. He's an absolute whippet. So I was worried for Phil Foden in particular, and he has really shown to me that he is a brilliant player. Manchester United didn't deserve the 3 points. We was crap, and I dread Spurs coming up at the weekend. I dread the postponed game against Liverpool. I'm so glad we have got postponed because it's at Anfield as well, and I do genuinely think that we will get battered 7 goals by Liverpool. If we conceded 4 against Manchester City, who hasn't got the scoring players like Liverpool, they have got Mo Salah and the best in his form. Jota, the best I've seen him. We've got Luis Diaz, who is getting very good game time at Liverpool. What makes Manchester United think that we're not going to concede? We're going to concede less at Liverpool's ground. We haven't won since 2018 in the league against Liverpool.
That is not good at all whatsoever. I'll comment on in a minute. Plenty to talk about as well. You just touched on Luis Diaz. I'll comment to him in a bit. And going to Gary, I've seen that. Hope you're okay. Special hello to my 2 favourite fantastic players, John and Amazing Maisy. I hope you both champion. And also John, Maisy, sure. And thank you very much indeed now. I love you lots, man. Big up to Joshua. And guys, if you haven't made sure, smash the like, subscribe button about the stream. And for subscribe to Brilliant Maisy on Devils United. Check out the link in the titles in the description as well. Road to 600. And is it okay if we just want to be nice? Want to see a happy Women's Day to yourself, to Maisy, and happy women to all the lasses watching me streams and all around the world. Big up there now. I'm just going to get this up straight away. And sorry about this. Yes, indeed. He is indeed, and I'll just get this up as well. I do apologise because this chat is. I think StreamYard needs to sort itself out very, very quick because this chat is an absolute joke. It really, 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 really is. And
they've had loads of technical difficulties recently.
I know.
It's been taking over 10 minutes to literally schedule a streaming.
True. Not good. Sort it out, StreamYard, please. Good evening to John, Mason chat. Michael, hi to you, mate. Hope you're okay. United smash. Which United, John? I think you know which one it is, Judy. I think you know which one it is. I hope you're okay, by the way, Judy. I love her to bits, by the way, Judy. Never seen her face, but she's lovely. Big up to you now again. I got Joshua saying hi. And Robert, big up to Robert. John, JJN. Oh, okay. No, that's better. That's better, Robert. Thanks, John. Big up, Robert. Big up to Robert. Your dad. Is that your dad?
Yeah.
Big up to your dad. Big up to you, my guy. Hope he's okay. I hope he looks after his mind real good. Question to you, John. Ask a fellow Newcastle fan on this Sunday. What's your opinion? Or should Eddie Howe be back in the summer window and get better quality if Newcastle stays up? 110%. Eddie Howe. I want Eddie Howe to be our Alex Ferguson. I'm saying it now because he's my manager. He's been absolutely fantastic. What he's done, he's changed the whole thing, the whole setup. And the players just love playing for Eddie Howe. And he's calm in the press conference. He could have lost it the other day when he was asked about the Saudi 3 times. I would have loved to on that press conference. I would have ripped that journalist apart. And big up to Josh again. I don't think he gets smashed in a derby. Son-in-law far away in League One. Manchester derby, by the way. And hi, John and Lady Maisy. Can't call you Lady Maisy, yeah? I believe Tony's in the house, people. And he said, big up Mr. Sinclair, Maisy, big up to you, Jimmy. I think the Undertones had that single, by the way, Jimmy. We are back. Big up to Gia and John Maisy, John Smiley. Thank you so much. Got Mika Teta Talk, Mr. Trust the Process, and big up to Mikhail. John, remember me, just a read room last night here in court didn't end very well. We did get these lawyers sort of mate and Maisy who do it. Need to get there. Of course I will. Would you be my defensive lawyer?
Of course I will be. You know, I'll do anything to help you out.
Oh, thank you. Love you lots, by the way. She is amazing.
Love you too.
Big up to Darren G. Big up to Darren, Newcastle fan. Hope you're okay, my guy. And Maisy, everyone's got to go through this chats before we talk on things. So, and if they John, after you, Brian, hope you're okay. Thanks for the Facebook message, by the way. Kevin the effing Bruin.
He played well. He played absolutely well.
He was man of the match for me. Man of the match. And him and Mahrez. Absolutely fantastic. And go on, what are you going to say about De Bruyne?
The thing is with what happened with the derby as well for me is that when you want to win a game, you've got to silence the midfield of the opposition team. Doesn't necessarily matter about possession, because as long as you quieten that midfield down, it works. You have control of the game regardless of the possession. The thing is that we made them a lot more livelier. They absolutely gave up. No one was pressing. This is why I always say the midfield is the key to any kind of team, because if you look at, say for example, you could have the world class players every single bit, but then if you had no midfielders playing, you'd be crapped regardless. So this is why Manchester United should have prioritised getting a midfielder in the summer. So it's just absolutely silly. We wasn't able to silence the midfield, and that is what cost us massively.
You're absolutely right. I mean, they've got it round. That midfield just looks very, very weak. It really does. And that's not going to get you a title. That is not going to get you a title. I can tell that right away. And big up to Coffee, by the way. I still won't get his first name, by the way, but I don't think he'll say it. And big up to Kate Musgrove. And do subscribe to my channel, please, Kate, if you can. It's easy to do. Just click on the subscribe button, and then you'll be subscribing. I've got some more content as well. And Maisy's a wonderful lass as well. Is she red as well?
Kate is a Burnley fan.
Big up to you, Kate. Oh, I DM'd her before, by the way. Yeah, she's absolutely amazing. And big thumbs up to Kate. Happy National Lasters Day, Kate, to you as well. And we're absolutely champions. So I hope you are too and your family too. And exactly, Maisy. Heard you saying that on your channel, other channels about KDB. I know this is a fact, absolute fact. Big up to Nathan saying the same thing. John, question for Maisy asks if you take Darwin Núñez from Benfica for the summer.
Yeah, I've had this question quite a few times around Núñez from Benfica, and this is the thing. Yes, Núñez from Benfica is absolutely brilliant. 22 years old. Due to his prime, he's played 21 league matches, 20 goals. That's absolutely brilliant. I would take him. I honestly would, because we do need a striker when it comes to the summer. Because depending on the situation of Cristiano Ronaldo, we won't have any strikers at all. And from what I'm reading today, a young striker is going to be a priority in the summer. But this is the thing. Manchester United need a plan. We need a philosophy. Like Manchester City, for instance, they have a 10-year plan. Look at Liverpool. They've got a plan. These teams have got plans. So they know what players they want to bring in, what will suit them, what will suit their style of play. But we're just bringing in players just because of, it's cheap, or we're getting players past the prime who can't really move on anywhere. So I'm not discrediting the players who we have got on a free, because some of the players have worked brilliantly, like such as Ibrahimovic. It's worked. But they're not long-term solutions like these other clubs are doing. You look at Núñez. Yes, he is a brilliant player, and if he comes to United, he'll be hitting his prime, so he could be absolutely brilliant. But we need to look at, does he suit our philosophy at Manchester United? Look at, for instance, in terms of that, Manchester City, people are saying Haaland. Haaland wants to go to Man City. You look at Haaland in a way. Haaland has come out and said, I want to be like Zlatan Ibrahimovic. I want to go to every different clubs in different leagues in different countries. Fair enough. That's fine. It works. Ibrahimovic is a serial winner, but does that suit every single club in the world? Is that every single club's in the world's philosophy? And that is a no. And that is the reason of Manchester City wouldn't go for the likes of Haaland, because they have a long-term plan. They want young players, build them up for the next 5 years to be monsters of a team, monster players. And if Haaland comes in for 2 years, does that really suit Manchester City? And that is a no, in my opinion. If we're wanting a long-term solution, we need to know more about Núñez, what he wants to do as a player, especially with him being so young. If he wants to be at Manchester United as a long-term solution and it suits us, say yes, go for him. But if he's going to be like, for instance, the likes of Haaland, who wants to continue elsewhere every 2 years, what's the point?
Exactly, you're absolutely right. You got to sell the project. Let them know you're going to be here for 3, 4, 5 years, and then not thinking about changing clubs. That is cool. But why would you leave Man City to go to another club where you've got one of the world's best managers there, and Pep Guardiola every single time? But hey ho, whereas you see, I think Haaland will be on the move in the summer. Let's be real, and it all depends where to go. I still say you go to Bayern Munich. It take Lewandowski's place, but who knows? We should see. I've got now John a question for Maisy. Ask her if she heard anything, the rumours about Marcus Rashford being linked with some move to Arsenal. Well, Marcus Rashford apparently, and Tom as well, asked the same question, will he go in the summer? I don't think he'll go. According to the agent, say that that's not true, but he just wants, in my opinion, he wants clarity. He wants to know what the hell's going on at the club. Is he going to be in the first team? Is he going to be the future Man United? Is he going to be in the first team all the time? He just wanted clarity, because at the minute, he is not happy. He's not performing. That's why he's not being picked. Marcus Rashford need to concentrate on football rather than outside interest as well. Yeah, listen, Marcus Rashford done a fantastic job. I think he's been fantastic for the schools, the dinner. Big up to Marcus. But at the end of the day, he needs to concentrate more on football, because football's where needed now, because that's his first love. And at the minute, I just don't think he's performing, and that's why he's not being picked.
Touching on in terms of Rashford, no, I haven't heard him going to Arsenal. And any player who comes through the youth who truly loves Manchester United has the way Marcus Rashford acts like he loves Manchester United, would not go to an old rivalry of Manchester United such as Arsenal. So I wouldn't believe that news. It had been announced in terms of Fabrizio Romano in itself that he is looking at options. His contract is running up in the summer 2023. So personally, I wouldn't extend his contract at all. We need to see on how his form is going to be next season for us to decide on what we want to do in terms of Marcus Rashford. For me, for this summer, I don't think he will probably leave. I think he will probably run up his contract if he does want to leave Manchester United. We have seen, of course, other links to Rashford, one actually being PSG, being an Mbappe replacement. And I think that will probably be one of the most likely options that Marcus Rashford will take. He isn't happy with the lack of game time. But just as I always say, a starting 11 player needs to be a deserved starting 11 player. If you're crap, you don't do, and your competitor in your position is doing a lot better, you play them. And Alanga's done that. He has shown to me that he is a starting 11 player and he deserves to start over the likes of Marcus Rashford. Sancho isn't going to get dropped in the form he is in either. So Jesse Lingard isn't going to be starting either, unless, of course, there's going to be injuries. You look at, of course, people will argue, well, Maguire starting, for instance. That's a completely different kettle of fish in terms of, I think it goes more in terms of the captaincy. But I think if he wasn't the captain, he would have been dropped as well. But you look at the likes of Marcus Rashford, and I don't think he is actually. People say, "Oh, he hasn't been on form since last season," and I think that is a lie. I think he hasn't been on form since 2020. Even before COVID, he wasn't on good form when he picked up a back injury. That is when Marcus Rashford started to go downhill. Maybe it might be because he's overworked. Maybe because he has had issues outside the pitch. I don't know that. And this is why we got a sports psychologist if they're not looking at the deeper roots of Marcus Rashford to say, what's going on, Marcus? A couple of years ago, look at this. Now, what's going on? Like, is there something going on behind closed doors? Are you too stressed on the pitch? What is it? And this is sports psychologists should be doing that. Marcus Rashford shouldn't be coming out and saying, I'm having like a game time. I'm not liking that. You're hearing rumours that players are calling other players' teachers pets, which is stupid. But as I say, club football starting 11 should be based off current form, just like international football should be picked based off current form football.
I can't disagree with that at all, Maisy. You're absolutely right. You got to perform every week, and he just hasn't done it. And Elanga, I like this kid. I think this guy's going to be fantastic. I really do. 19 years old.
The problem is, though, we can't overwork Anthony Elanga. He's still only very young. I quite like how other teams do with what they do with the youth. Do you like when they break them in rather than throw them into the deep end? Because we've noticed that Manchester United has actually thrown some players in the deep end, like Rashford, for instance. He came on 18 years old in a Europa League game because there was nobody there in the no strikers available, because I believe, if I remember, Fellaini was actually going to be playing as a striker, but then he picked up a knock during warm-up, so Marcus Rashford ended up getting called up. He was actually still in college at that point as well, doing his doing A-levels, I believe. So, he definitely, and then since then we haven't seen too many games of Marcus Rashford where he has truly been dropped, because he seems to be liked very, very much by the managers, by the teammates, by the coaching staff. He's well respected there as a Manchester United player, but I just think he's been extremely overworked and he shouldn't have been thrown into the deep end. And I fear that perhaps maybe this could potentially happen to Elanga. I understand it's starting a lot because we're lacking squad depth, but next season in particular, we need to simmer down in a lot of these starts, probably using more to substitute if we do get a suitable winger, and go from there. Start him when it's needed to be started, not start him every single game.
Yeah, absolutely right. I mean, I can't disagree with you there. And excuse me, if he's going to be in the team, he's got to perform the goods. I'll go through some more comments, by the way, and we've got a few. Don't think any team deserves that top four. They're all shocking. I mean, I think
Arsenal, and that is saying something.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's just a shame that it was not the other day, Maisy, or is it an ask from Tony B or Tony the Red? I reckon Man U have too many egos, have had for a long time. That's from Jimmy. Maisy, do you think Man U will finish the season in the top four? Yes or no? Not at the minute. Not in a minute. They won't be. Do you agree?
Based off how this is playing right now, I don't think we will get top four. We're too far behind to be in the top four and to compete for top four, in my opinion, anyway.
Absolutely. Well, they can still do it, but it's going to be very difficult now. If Arsenal all their games in hand, I think Man United would be knackered. But for your case, I hope it's not the case. Newcastle defender Trippier, Shea, Burn, Tiger, Orkman, still got less than one Maguire. Our Ansfield club shouldn't spend so much money on star players, but focus on scout and youth. I'll comment to that in a minute, by the way. And that we can talk about the defence. Hi, Red. Big up to you, Jamie. Will be your care, mate. And sometimes John, we need to take it to the next court day. I think Paul will love that every single week. Johnny loves Maisy. Of course I do. Alan, do subscribe to my channel, mate. And just click on subscribe. I believe it's your first time. I could be wrong. Just let's go to International Women's Day. Big up to Jimmy. Thanks very much. Tony B. Tony the Red, eh? He's a red. Is he the red? Is he definitely a red or?
Oh, we all know Tony is a red. Oh, look at Tony. I could see that secretly was crying in his little Manchester United duvet that we lost on the weekend. But he was absolutely buzzing over the women's game. I know he was. You know what is absolutely mad? Both the men and the women's team lost against Manchester City with the same scoreline. 4-1. 4-1.
Just don't tell your stadium to 4-1 stadium, man. Please don't. If you have a stadium change, do not change to 4-1 stadium. No. Please don't. Please don't. And episode now, big up to Russ. He's a gooner. I'll tell you what, he's laughing now the way Arsenal playing in a minute. Big up to Russ. And I know I've asked the other day, Mace, what's your thoughts on Man United, our club, are all interested in selling shirts? I can remember I asked you this last night on another channel.
Yeah, I remember answering this question. At the time I didn't really know anything about it because I didn't see it on social media. I think it's disgusting, and as I've always repeated on previous streams, the owners treat Manchester United like a franchise. They're just there to make money, and I personally don't think the Glazers will want to sell Manchester United because they'll be losing out on a lot of money. They'll pose on a lot of debt, and you know what? As much as probably you Newcastle fans hate Mike Ashley, I've got to give Mike Ashley the credit to the fact that he actually took Newcastle out of debt. Because he, if I'm not mistaken, John, that he bought Newcastle and they were in debt, and he didn't realise that he didn't know about the debt. And by the time I know he was stingy in terms of his transfers, etc., but by the time he left Newcastle and sold it on to your new owners, you're debt free. And that is as much as he is a crap owner, don't get me wrong, you've got to but you've got to give him credit for that compared to what the Glazers are doing. They're putting us further and further and further into debt, putting 35% off your shirts. Well, there's always going to get money put into Manchester United. That's going to be season tickets, normal tickets, if that's going to be shirts. Everyone's always going to do it. So there's no point saying Glazers out, bombard all merchandise, bombard this, bombard that, because there's always going to get money put into Manchester United. People who pay for a new TV, people who do all sorts. Even if you bought a calendar of Manchester United, that goes to the Glazers. So there's no point in saying let's bombard everything, because either way you're going to be funding the Glazers somehow. So it's just a franchise for this club. That's all we've been treating, and all they care about is their American soccer. And they can do one for all I care. They can absolutely do one. When it comes to the next couple of years, next 10 years, I actually think that we're going to need these Saudi Arabian owners, for instance, to actually try and compete. It doesn't matter if you have got a world-class squad, because you need a depth squad. You need to have these rich owners to get far. Get far, but like I say, it's just more of the franchise reason, and I'll always stick by that. Manchester United is just a franchise to these owners.
Yeah, absolutely. Before we do Keith's comment, I've got super chat from Andrew. Thanks for your candidation, Andrew. $5 did a donation there. Got a question to our late in the party. So to address. Maisy, do you think Ten Hag is a good choice? Should he be the next manager? Do they need to widen the net?
Hi Keith, thank you for tuning in. In terms of as well, Ten Hag from the super chat there, the super chat as well from Andrew. Ten Hag, I would personally like Ten Hag at Manchester United. I like Ten Hag. I like his style of play. I like his philosophy. He plays an attacking 4-3-3. He believes in promoting his youth. He has got such a balanced team. But they're saying that Manchester United want to go for well-spoken English managers, not necessarily English managers, but they need to well speak English, which I think is bad because you look at Bielsa. Bielsa as a translator, that doesn't excuse the football IQ he has got in his mind. You need a very high IQ'd manager to go far for me at this moment in time. Yes, we need a clear out, but we need someone who's very, very smart. Ten Hag for me is an extremely smart manager. And I think he knows what he's doing, and I think he knows as well what his kind of ways are. If we didn't, of course, get we didn't get Ten Hag, I wouldn't even mind Enrique from the Spain job. But of course, that would mean that we'd have to get another interim manager or a 1-year manager, then get Enrique. So Ten Hag is the one what makes sense to me.
Absolutely. I mean, yeah, I don't think Bielsa will come to Man U anytime soon. I don't think he will, but he's a damn good manager, him. But he just cannot defend. He can be a bit stubborn, but it's fantastic to enjoy. Just comments quickly because 5 of these I've got. So hi, John Maisy. Big bump into John on the match. Yes, it sure was. Keith bet him on Saturday. He's a great guy, and he's got a beard. He looks exactly like Chris Wilder. So big up to Keith. And he also loves Chris Wood as well, by the way. So big up to you, Keith. I want a Joe Little Hawaii shirt. Well, I'm sure they'll be on sale, Josh. Let us know. I might get it myself. I see another court case coming on Four Horsemen Show next week. That's the Dante. You love him. Please like and subscribe to the channel. I'm going to comment out, Tony. If you do like the video, like what you see, please hit the like button. Also subscribe. And also as well, if you'd like to donate, I got another donation on this way. Please hit the $sign. And if you'd like to become a member, then please click on the join button as well. When Maisy gets 1K, I will be donator first. I'll be the first one. I'll make sure of that as well. So, and it says here as well, please consider subscribing to the great guest, Devils United. Great content, not just for Man United fans. Any Man U fans like Niall, and you're watching the show, welcome to the show. And just go for this as well. Big up to you, legends. Happy National Women's Day and Maisy. Evening chat. Great feeling for the tune, John. It sure was. It's 8 games unbeaten. Southampton, hope we're going to make it 9. And John, are you red or tune? Be careful, mate. Don't want this going back to the next court hearing. You're not guilty. Am I not guilty?
Of course, you're not guilty. You're a magpie through and through.
Thank you, babe. Thank you. I would never say Maisy like out of respect. Who's your money on to win the league? Man City or Liverpool? In my opinion, I hope Man City. And in my opinion, Man City for sure. I'm sure Maisy will say the same.
For me, that is a completely different story. I don't want either of them to win, of course. But
I know.
As much as I don't like to say this, I actually think Liverpool's going to nick it last day of the season.
It can go to the wire.
I think it'll go neck and neck. The game what's going to get decided for me is the Liverpool and Man City game because they both still need to play against each other at the City ground. So I think they could potentially win all their games, but one of them will be at least losing one.
Yeah. Well, it's going to go out. I reckon it's going to be whoever wins that game of the Etihad wins the league.
Yes, I agree.
No doubt about it. I got Tony as well, Tony the Red. I've seen Newcastle odds on sign Marcus Rashford if he leaves. I wouldn't want him personally. Me personally, I'll go for someone who's going to bang in the goals. He's going to get us 20 goals this season. Marcus Rashford for Newcastle, it's a tough one. I'm not sure. And Supermax, big up to you, Supermax. You are Newcastle fans, plus Maisy too. I think that at this point, Maguire's allowed to be at the back. We had the same problem with Clark and Lascelles. Once we first knew the others making some effort to improve. Enough. Man U, bang average football club. The only reason they're dominating the night is that they had no competition. They will never be at the top ever again. I think they will, but it's just a question of when.
There was competition though, because there was Arsenal. There was even Newcastle, who was great. There was Blackburn Rovers as well. So there was still teams who did compete with Manchester United. Manchester United didn't win every single league in the 90s. Look at Wenger when he came through. Look how he made Arsenal to become. Look what Blackburn was able to do, winning the league. It wasn't it was, of course, when Shearer was there at Blackburn before he came to Newcastle. So we definitely did have competition. So I would definitely disagree on that. There was definitely competition in the 90s.
Yeah. Then you had a world-class manager in Alex Ferguson. In my opinion, the best manager ever to grace the Premier League, in my opinion. And I've got Nigel B. Next season, who's going to finish high in the league? Man U or Newcastle? Seems to me both clubs are resetting. That's going to be tough. I think Newcastle win the league before Man United. I'm sorry to say it, but he's going to be finishing.
That one.
Who's going to finish it off? It still depends who you sign. If you sign good players into the club, if you can get that team right and get two quality strikers, then who knows? Who knows? But you definitely need two quality strikers. But Man U's got a big rebuilding job, in my opinion, a big one as well. And I've just been honest. Sorry, Maisy. What's happening with Ronaldo? He doesn't look happy at the minute. I think he might be away in the summer, to be fair. In my opinion, Tom, apparently he went back to Portugal, claiming that he's injured, right? Now, Roy Keane has come out and said he's not buying it. Are you buying it?
No, because it's funny how both Ronaldo and Cavani, Ronaldo had a hip injury. I think maybe Ralph has got told porkies because Ralph has been such a quiet and honest manager in his conferences for me. So to see that he has said, "Well, I'm not going to play him," I've been told by reliable people, like the people who test Ronaldo, that he's got a hip injury. I'm not going to risk it. Fair enough. But then knowing that he's gone to Portugal, then he comes home 2 days later. Oh, he's fully fit now, Ronaldo. Oh, and Edison Cavani's fully fit. I don't believe that for 1 minute. A lot of people gave up on Edison Cavani because they think he's taking the mick. Yes, for me, Edison Cavani has took the mick in this respect, but he's still a Manchester United player, and with the player he can be, we need to get the best out of him to try and get points.
And you know what it is, right? Edison Cavani. I listened to Andy Tate yesterday, on the Stretford Paddock podcast, right? And Andy Tate, I think the guy's brilliant. He's come out and he said that Edison Cavani, he's been there for 2 seasons early. How many Manchester derbies has he played since he's came here?
I don't think he's played, any.
Silch. That is poor. And a lot of people are saying he's a big game player. One of the big game player in world football, yeah? And I'm getting a lot of people saying that he's bottled out. He doesn't fancy it. Well, I don't think Cavani's that sort of player. I don't think he'll bottle it. Edison Cavani, in my opinion, I think he's a decent, honest player. I don't know what's going on.
In 2 seasons of Cavani, he's already been out over 30 games due to injuries and breaks.
30 games?
Yeah.
Wow.
He's nearly been out a season's worth of games.
I tell you what, though, don't know what's going on there, but what's your take on it on that?
But the thing is, we're authorised. Say, for example, we have an international break. We're authorising an extended leave for Edinson Cavani, like giving him extra week off. No, if you want to play for club football, play it. But as soon as that's over, you're coming home. You're coming where you are contracted to play. Do your Maguire pay his wages? No, we pay his wages so he can do one back here and he can start training for us again and start getting back onto that pitch. Because we can't rely on Cristiano Ronaldo every single game. And that is exactly what has happened. We relied on Cristiano Ronaldo every single game since the Burnley game. Apart from City, he's played every single game since Burnley. That is a lot of games for someone who is going to be retiring in the next couple of years.
I tell you what, I think someone's taking the wholesale mick. They need a strong manager. Because I can tell you something now, this will never happen under Alex Ferguson. I can tell you that for now. Let's be honest, it will never happen. It won't. They will know about it. And I got Statman Stubbs as well. Big up to you, Stat. Where's your Man U top, John? I'm not a red. Danny Welbeck went to Arsenal for Man U. You are Newcastle fans. I am. Not too bad, no. That as well. John, where's your Man U top and the Old Trafford background with? So on the court video with Paul, Billy Baz and PD Powlock. It's okay, John. It's all coming out now. Oh, you'll love that, wouldn't you, mate? You'll love that. If I had a red background on a Tuesday.
I know, it'd be absolutely brilliant.
You're going to say John the Red soon, are you? I can see you coming saying John.
The only red round here is Tony.
Yay! Tony the Red. He's been on a cow since Rashford started campaigning for females. He seems to have lost his hunger. That's from Jimmy. Man U future has ended up in jail in Greenwood. I'm not going to mention Mason on here. So is John Sinclair a red? No, I'm not. Question to Maisy, does she still think we still finish the top four despite us having 3 games in hand over Chelsea, Spurs, Liverpool, which they aren't guaranteed to win? I totally agree. If us don't win those games...
We're still in 5th at the end of the day, so we still got to remain optimistic, but each time we are playing and we're getting draws instead of wins, we're just slimming it and slimming it and slimming it. I've not been confident since the Watford game we'll get top 4. But we just need to remain confident. Yes, maybe Arsenal do have 3 games in hand. Doesn't necessarily mean they'll win all them games in hand either.
They got to win them first.
Exactly.
I mean, they don't beat Liverpool. They're not beat Liverpool.
Arsenal don't know what it's like to play 2 games in 1 week anymore.
Exactly. We got 3 games. We got 3 games in a week. We'll see how tough that Newcastle players are, which I'll come to later on. Maybe Rashford could broker a piece in the Ukraine. And that'd be interesting. Hope he does, but can't see it. For a club self-imploding, there ain't players too bad in the league. We're the 5th. John said to Maisy, I wouldn't play the under-23s at the deep end straight away because, see, at the end of the day, you don't want these guys suffering burnt out. I'm all for playing youth where possible. I have to agree. You don't want to play Elanga every single game. You don't want to put responsibility on a 19-year-old kid, right? Having to bow the root. It's not fair. It ain't right. You know what I mean? Can't do that. You got to take your time. You got to bed him in and just don't burn the kid out, yeah? I mean, he's only 19 because his career is going to be ruined before he's even started. They need a decent manager coming in now. And this is the thing. Man United should have had a replacement manager when already got sacked. Interim managers do not work at Man United. And I'm going to be honest here. They need someone to come in, make United a great team again, right? And then go for it. Because that team have not won the league since 2013, which is 9 years. That's way, way, way too long for that club not to be winning titles. It's just embarrassing for the football club. And let's be real, they need to fix up very, very soon. And I think CR7 leaving the summer to the United, return to is not the same Man U's left. I think he was brought to improve attitude and mentality, but these players are just too comfortable. That's for Joshua. I think they are comfortable. They really, really are. You look at the players there, often just don't care. They just
I actually don't think he wasn't brought for attitude and mentality, Ronaldo. No. He was brought for franchise reasons by these Glazers, so he can get 200 million for just Cristiano Ronaldo shirts. Go into the mega store at Manchester United, there is a Cristiano Ronaldo branch. So they've got a section of Cristiano Ronaldo shirts, what's a Sue, Cristiano Ronaldo, Ballon d'Or winners, all that crap. So that clearly shows to me they have brought Cristiano Ronaldo for franchise reasons. Ronaldo loves the club. We know Ronaldo loves the club. But I do also think Ronaldo has done it wrong to the respect that I just think he should, after he left Real Madrid, that should have been the opportunity for him to go back to Premier League. And then he could have gone to Juventus after that if he wanted to go to Juventus. I just think he'd done it completely wrong, in my opinion anyway, and that's how he should have done it. He should have gone to the Premier League whilst he was still in his prime. He was still very, I'm not saying he's not very fit now, but I mean like when he was a lot I'd rather have a 30-year-old Cristiano Ronaldo than the age of Cristiano Ronaldo now, if you get what I mean.
Yeah,
so
I do.
Done it completely wrong to the respect that I think he should have gone to Juventus after the Premier League. He should have gone back to us after Real Madrid, or even if he didn't want to go Juventus, go to I think he'll probably end up going to the MLS, or he'll go back to Portugal.
Yeah. Absolutely. I think he'll probably retire football at the end of the season. I think he's going to leave Man U.
I don't think he'll retire, but I think he will go to... I think he'll either go to the MLS or he'll go back to Portugal. He'll go one of the two.
Yeah, absolutely. I think he'll go to MLS because of the money. Very cool. That's just another case of Dele Alli. British media overhyping these players as stars already before they even really achieving anything. No real level of consistency. Look at Dele Alli, yeah? with Everton, they're in banging trouble. I think they go down if not careful. Let's be real. And you do. Yeah. I'm sure he's definitely a red. Only because you're on. And to you both, that's on your dad. Do you think Harry Kane would beat Alan Shearer's goal record? Me personally, I don't think he will. What about you, Maisy?
No, I think the only person who was actually who I think could have done it if he was used a bit more nearer to the end of his reign in the Premier League would have been Sergio Aguero.
Got Rafi. Yeah, absolutely. But he retired, didn't he? Which is a damn shame.
Yeah, it was an absolute. A lot of United fans were laughing about it, but it's nothing to laugh about, especially when he kind of run after so many yards without getting out of breath. Knowing that only like 2 years ago at Manchester City, you could have done a full 90 and you could be absolutely fine. To the fact you kind of run a couple of yards without getting tired, it's upsetting to read. It doesn't matter if you support the club or you hate the club or whatever. It's still an upsetting thing to see. Just like the Eriksen situation, that is an upsetting thing to see as well, and that would near enough tarnishing his career. And you've got to be very grateful there to Brentford for still living that up for him.
That's very, very true. Have to agree there. And I think the biggest mistake Man U has made is not going all out and get Alvarez from River Plate. Man City are the best right now. And that will only continue with the youth. They signed Savio, Alvarez, and Kaiki. Never heard of Alvarez, but we have to see what happens to them lot as well. I think there'll be a success under Pep. Mike actually did keep us in debt free, but his era was painful. Joshua could not have disagreed more any better, like my guy. Question for you both. Did you see them social media posts about this whole Harry Kane Thierry Henry comparisons? So on Twitter group chat, which me and Maisy are on thoughts of it, guys. My thoughts is Thierry Henry is one of the greatest Premier League strikers in the Premier League in the era. Harry Kane has got a long, long way to go, as far as I know. Yeah, you cannot put Harry Kane above Thierry Henry, in my opinion. Absolutely no way. There's better players over the era than Harry Kane. No disrespect, but what has Harry Kane won in his career? He hasn't won the league.
There's more chance of England winning the World Cup than Tottenham winning the trophy.
Exactly.
That would be the place where he'll win the trophy if he doesn't leave Spurs. But the fact that I don't like Arsenal, just like Arsenal fans don't like Man United. But what I'm trying to say is, I would never compare Harry Kane to Thierry Henry. Thierry Henry was a key player for Arsenal, especially in that invincible season, winning them the Premier League, getting them to a Champions League final. Come on, Thierry Henry was a brilliant. He was a brilliant player, and he's definitely got a very, very good legacy. But Harry Kane, I even think it's disrespectful to say Harry Kane is the best striker in the world when you've still got the likes of Lewandowski playing.
I'll put Dusan Vlahovic above him as well. You know, give this kid 1 year or two. I'll put this guy above him because I tell you what, Vlahovic is a national ball finisher. Been to Juve and it's starting to repay some of that huge transfer fee of 65 million quid. Yeah. And I tell you what, at a minute in time, he's in the Champions League. Harry Kane isn't. And the only way Harry Kane's going to get in the Champions League if he leaves Tottenham. And with Conte there, I think he'd be fine. He'd be okay. But I just don't think he'll break Shearer's record. There's no way. I just don't think he will. And as to Harry, big up to you, Harry. Do subscribe to your channel, mate. First time, I believe. And big up to you. We're both keeping well. And keep watching this. Actually didn't clear the debt. He just brought the debt. Then the club owned him because he was charging massive interest. He took out 130 million interest-free loan. Wow. And big up to you, Ruby. Hope you're okay. He's the top Liverpool fan. John, where you near the State Melbourne statue chatting to some lass prior to the Brighton match? Think I saw you. I did. That was me, by the way. And you should have come over, Harry. He said hello to us, mate. It would have been fantastic. And a big up to you, Doug. Thanks for this donation, mate. Really appreciate that. And £5 and it goes to good courses. And big up to you as well. Question for Maisy. If Maguire gets stripped of the captaincy, who would take over? Question for John. Are Newcastle now safe? For me, in my opinion, we need 3 more wins and we're definitely safe. And Maisy, he should take the captaincy if Harry gets stripped.
Yeah, so thanks, Doug, for sending the super chat over there to John's Supporters channel. Very good question there. For me, I actually wanted, of course, Harry Kane to be stripped of his captaincy a long time ago. Since that Greek incident, I believe that he should not have been Manchester United captain. He didn't deserve to be Manchester United captain. Yes, I agree. There isn't many leaders about. People saying De Gea, people shouting De Gea, people are shouting Cristiano Ronaldo. Yeah. I'm going to say no to both of them. I personally don't believe none of them deserve to be the captain. With De Gea, brilliant form. He isn't vocal. You want a vocal captain. You want a captain at least to say, if you're not playing well, you want him to shout and go, "What are you doing?" You want that little bit of firiness from your captain. Not necessarily get red cards every other game, but like be a bit, show leadership skills. De Gea don't display leadership roles for me. And Cristiano Ronaldo has only ever been the captain a couple of times in his whole career. So why give it him? I don't believe in goalkeepers having the captaincy. I don't believe in strikers having the captaincy. I believe a captain should be a midfielder or a defender. Do you know someone who has got a lot more involvement in the game? And based off that alone, I would personally give it to Bruno Fernandes. A lot of people, Bruno Fernandes whinges. Yes, he whinges, but I always say, look at Manchester United before Bruno Fernandes came in. We lacked creativity so much. We was dry. Very, very, very dry. Bruno Fernandes comes in. People say we haven't won a trophy. Yes, we haven't won a trophy, but I would take Bruno Fernandes any day of how he has transformed Manchester United, how he's brought us to getting into Champions League football, getting to third place after that last game of the season with Leicester. Then, of course, getting us to second, breaking Frank Lampard's record as the most goals as a midfielder is absolutely terrific. He barely gets injured. He's only ever been out twice. One was actually an injury. One was because of the flu in his whole career.
Yes.
When Bruno Fernandes has seen something on the pitch he doesn't like, he will tell the player, no. He will tell them. Whereas I do think Varane, he is another captaincy person for a captain role for me, but he hasn't been at the club long enough for me. Bruno Fernandes as well has also been the captain. He's been the captain for Sporting. So I think he is the most sensible option with the squad we have got.
Yeah, keep him in because Bruno would do things. I like Bruno Fernandes. I know a lot of people don't like him because he cheats a lot, but listen, on his football ability, absolutely fantastic.
A lot of people say as well, Ronaldo kept us in the Premier League. In the Champions League. But Bruno Fernandes has assisted every single game in the Champions League. But Ronaldo hasn't scored every game in the Champions League. So who has really been the key player in the Champions League?
Bruno.
And he scored the same amount of goals as Cristiano Ronaldo this season in the Premier League. But he hasn't scored one penalty. He hasn't scored any.
Absolutely. Hi to Paul, Mr. Your channel there, mate. And just got one as well. So one Harry Kane coming in a minute. Is there any reason why Maisy's not got to Man United top on tonight? That's from Gary.
I've been working today, so I put my jumper on. I've obviously got to be unbiased when it comes to my workplace. And then when I had my driving lesson straight after work, and then I was out, so I haven't really been at home so long. So just thought I'd wear my jumper. It's still all right, isn't it? So
yeah. See your lovely face, Maisy. See your face. That's the most important thing. Your face as well, because you are wonderful, and you always are. And we've got Josh as well. I think Harry Kane still has a long way to go to beat Shiraz's record. And Paul's got to say about that. I'd love to do a show of you and Maisy next LFC game. That'd be fantastic, Jamie. Yes, please.
That'd be Jamie. When we do, of course, have the game on, give me a message and we'll look at getting something arranged.
That'd be amazing. That'd be a brilliant watch along. That I might do a watch along for that game as well between Liverpool, Man U. So I'll probably be doing that as well.
Which will you be cheering on, John?
Say again. Okay.
Who will you be cheering on?
Yeah, I'll cheer you on. Because I cheer you on because I want your team to do well, man. But that's why I got you here. But I cheer for Maisy. I cheer for you. But I'm a Newcastle fan. Big up to you now. Thanks for your donation, £1, and goes to good cause. Thank you so much indeed, mate. I really appreciate that. 84 goals for Ali Kane to beat Shearer, which could happen. That's the point he thinks could happen. He saw 20 goals a season. The next 4 seasons make it happen. John, only guilty of loving football. That's Andrew D. I appreciate your donation today. Hope he gets a chance for the Real Madrid. And fair enough. I got to tell Rashford's joining the church. Yes, and Ricky. And John, just £1 super chat, mate. Thanks so much indeed, man. I really appreciate that. Any super chat would be fantastic. And I really appreciate that, Niall. Thanks so much, mate. Did you see John Maisy see Roy Keys rant after the Manc Derby on Sunday? I bet they wish they had his passion in the team now. I tell you what, if Roy Keys in that team, I tell you what, these players will be waking up. Roy will not put up that performance. And I've seen your tweet about him as well.
Yeah, I did. He's actually been unbeaten in 14 Manchester derbies, and people are saying, well, Man City wasn't the Man City from now. But I always say, doesn't matter about the quality of the team. You've just got to beat what's in front of you. Man City has had a better team than us for many years, and they've only had 2 wins at Anfield in 8 years. So it isn't about the quality. It is about how you play in that particular game. So it's just as simple as that, to be honest.
I agree with you. I totally agree. It's all about passion. You have to, in a Manchester derby, you have to understand the passion. You have to understand what the game is all about. And I'm afraid Ralph could have told the players and said, look, this is a huge game. It's a derby, right? You've got to enjoy yourself, yeah? Do it for the fans. That second half was the worst I've seen a United team playing that. 8%. 8%. Wrong. Unbelievable, man. Some of those players taking a wholesale mick. You know what I mean? So, man.
Absolutely shocking.
Don't want to. Shocking. And Michael Richards laughing at Roy post-match. It's a great moment. I've seen that. Hi to you, Geordie. Big up to you, Geordie. Looks like Tiger will be our first summer sign in the summer. It was not a bad transfer. He's someone who has proved himself in the Prem for Southampton and Villa, and now it's loan spelled up here. Do you know what it is, Geordie? I take him all day long. I think it's been fantastic. Just dropping off the stair low. Big up to you, Reese, my guy, and Maisy and John. Good evening to you. Ten Hag's a smart choice, but for me, right now is Luis Enrique. The squad needs seriously work, though. That squad needs a complete and utter overhaul. I'm sorry, and that's what it is. And I agree with that point, like Ronaldo and Cavani, Maisy. Some of the stuff that's come out is absolutely nonsense. I tell you what, whoever's the manager is, I think Cavani will be gone anyway. Ronaldo will be gone.
His contract's up in the summer and he wants to leave, so let him go. Let him go. There's a few people out of a contract. Paul Pogba, Jesse Lingard, and Cavani and Mata. They're the 4 I can think of off the top of my head that are actually out for contract. Paul Pogba, I'm a bit 50-50 on the moment. I think it's dependent on the manager. I think Lingard's leaving. Mata's leaving. He wants to go back to Spain, and Cavani will be leaving. So I'm not too fussed, if you want me to be honest. Not too fussed at all. I'm not. You know what? All right. Yeah. I'm not fussed. Whatever. The only players I'm actually bothered about leaving him at the most is probably Bruno and Varane. The rest of them, I couldn't give a crap about if they leave or stay because, frankly, I don't care for them. They don't care about my club. So
not Cavani.
With what Cavani is doing at the moment, I couldn't give a crap what he does.
Fair enough.
It's just that it just feels like, I love Edinson Cavani, but he's really took the mick this season. I do genuinely think he has faked his injuries. This is what it's getting to the point. How was he fully fit the other day where it was coming out Ralph was going to play him, and then it comes out on the day before he's injured. How?
I tell you what, your coaching staff and physio staff, honestly, man, you need to rip that up and start again. Dan Fletcher, what was he doing, sitting behind Ralph? I cannot believe that at all. And another thing is as well, right? Do they care? Do these players care for Man U anymore? Do they really care? Because while looking at this, right, I don't think they do. I mean, you dropped a lot of points this season. Someone like, I don't mean you lost, but you dropped 2 against Burnley and Newcastle, right? And Southampton winning, early drew. 2-0 up against Villa, early drew. You lost a lot of points there. You lost about 12, 14 points. And that would have got you in Champions League spot as well. Home and dry. But I think that the back four ain't good enough. Wan-Bissaka, I'm sorry, 50 million. Foden having on tours. Harry Maguire, he just couldn't. I bet he couldn't wait to get off the pitch. That shocking tackle on Kevin De Bruyne. I tell you what, he took him out of frustration. And yeah, he did a lot with midfield, man. He needed midfield, he sorted it very, very quickly. On to Billy, my guy Billy. He's the one who's prosecuting the court as well. So I'd say Newcastle win the league before Man U, John. More evidence. If you listen to the show Billy earlier on, I say we'll win before Man U, and we'll finish before Man U as well. So there you go. And then everyone loves Billy. I love Billy, by the way. He knows that. And hello, everyone's saying hi to people. Taggart, there's been a murder. He said, why not murder this guy? But I love him. And I got what's been said about Ronaldo and Cavani is completely accurate. I think both two are the best to play the game, but are taking the P at times this season. It has to start right now.
That's exactly why I'm not too fussed about Cavani leaving now, because he is taking the mick. He truly is taking the mick.
Yeah,
and I can't have a player at the club who takes the mick. I know, just as Fossey said there, he wanted to go back to South America, and he had the choice to do that in the summer, but he decided to stay on. I think they probably brought, if you got Ronaldo as well, Cavani was injured a few games. He's already been out near enough a season worth of games. So we needed another striker anyway. So, yeah, he was wasted at Manchester United this season. I agree with that.
Wow. I think he's taking the mick. I mean, from what I've seen. Bless you, Sam. He's taking the mickey at this football club. And yeah, I think Mason probably got a Bocas Juniors on a 3-year deal, apparently. But if he wants to go back to South America, then go for it. Billy, is that the new evidence for court due to John saying Newcastle win the league before Man U? Oh, dear. I mean, I think it will. As things stand, we will. Unless they spend a hell of a lot of money. And he's not as good as he was. Corby deluded, but I think we stand a better chance of winning the Premier League in the next 5 years than Man United. I totally agree. I've been saying that.
Yeah, and I agree as well. I don't think Manchester United will be competing for a long time. It'll probably be like might be like Liverpool. We need to find our Klopp, basically.
Exactly. Not good. Do you think Potter will be a good choice for Man U if they want a good English-speaking manager? That's an Andrew from America. I think it's from Atlanta, Georgia. I could be wrong, but would that be a good one for him, Graham Potter?
For me, in terms of Potter, he's not doing a bad job at Brighton. Don't get me wrong, I think he's good. But I don't think it should be about what language a manager speaks. Just as I touched on a bit earlier, it's about the football IQ of a manager. Look at Bielsa. His football IQ is brilliant. He doesn't speak English. He's got a translator. Why there's an issue if they speak in English? I don't have a clue. But personally, for me, I think if we do bring in a manager at Manchester United, we need someone who has had a little bit of experience in terms of, how can I say, a bit of big team kind of experience in Europe. Potter's never won a trophy. Potter's never played European football. He's at the biggest club he's ever played at. So who's to say he'll do good there at Manchester United? It could be just like, as people say, I love Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
that's another thing as well. But you just never know because you got to take a chance these days. Just go and get the best ones and not do a good job. Get them out. Got one from Reese here. Speaking English means out. It's all about showing why you deserve to be in the job, your style of player, and who you are as a manager. A language barrier happens. Shouldn't be a mark for hire.
I agree.
Look at Grant Randy. He really came to Chelsea. He couldn't speak a word of English. Within 3 months, his English was fantastic. It really was. Could you believe
There's been some Man United players, though, who has never spoke English. Valencia doesn't speak English.
No.
Martial has never spoke a word of English. So why is it a problem that a manager can't speak English? Bring them a translator as well as Martial's got a translator.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you got it, you got it. Simple as that. But, if you're a good manager, go for it. Diego Simeone can't speak a word of English. Yeah? If he came and wins you a title, you're speaking a word of English, good on him. He's got on the CV. What a title. And I've got, in my opinion, regardless who Man you get as the next manager, whether it's Poch, Ten Hag, or someone along those lines, they will face the same problems as Yannick because the blame lies with the owners. Yeah, and like I said before, Ralph only won in the Total Cup in his managerial career. And does it want him the full-time job? Probably not, but it'd be upstairs anyway. It is what it is. And I think your dad's back on the end. He said, okay. Man, you had David Moyes, Jose, Ralph, all these managers with a pedigree. However, they failed at Old Trafford. If you add an LVG and all on top of that as well, then that is the ex-managers as well. They had a lot of managers United. And I tell you what, they just haven't caught it. I mean, don't get us wrong. LVG got you the FA Cup. Jose got the Europa League. He just won the big one. The big one is that. And I hate going playing for City, but I love watching him. And if I could go for you there as well. And everyone speaks to everyone. Spurs are champions of bottle jobs. I tell you what, I think Conte found a way. When you next streaming FIFA, Reese, that's I've never done that. Have you ever done FIFA, streaming FIFA?
I did do FIFA once, but the thing is, because apparently the music's classed as copyright and it's very dangerous, especially if you monetize. So if you do stream FIFA, you need to put it on mute. You need to mute the music so you don't get copyrighted. But I didn't know that at the time. So when I didn't have it as a claim, I had it like saying that this is copyright. So I don't think they really looked into it. So I deleted it.
Everyone's talking about pizzas on my channel. Unbelievable, man.
Pineapple on pizza, John. Are you gonna go for that? Come on, tell us. Pineapple on pizza. Do you like it?
Pineapple on pizza. Not a fan, but what about you? Do you like?
You're in our club, then, John. This is the no pineapple on pizza fan club.
Not for you. No, not for you. You get a lot of pineapples on tuna on pizzas and that as well. Wow.
Yeah, I'm not really a fan of it. I'm happy with like chicken and onion and garlic butter and herbs. That's my kind of pizza. I'm happy with that.
Wow. I like home and sing more than Harry, kid. I mean, pizza, eh? I tell you what, I mean, I do love pizza, but I did try it once with pineapples on it, but I'm not sure, man, not sure. I like chickens as well. I like the barbecue chickens as well. I tell you what I do love is spaghetti bolognese pizza. That is
spaghetti bolognese pizza.
Absolute lit. Wow.
Have you tried a cheeseburger pizza?
I haven't, no.
So basically what they do, they put like all the cheeseburger stuff on the pizza. So they won't put the bun on, but they'll put on like the pate, the mustard, the ketchup, cheese. They'll have gherkins on there as well. So onion too. So it's pretty nice.
Wow. I tell you what, though, that'll be worth trying then. Cheeseburger pizza. Wow. I may try that, but not just yet. I will try it, but not yet. I was just thinking, John, for you look brilliant in a Man City shirt or a Liverpool shirt. No. Ted Jones on Sky Sports, you reckon Kieran would beat Shearer's record all the way? He could do it if he goes to Man City in the summer and scores 20 plus scores the next 3 years. That's from Chris. And big up to Norvik. Are you talking about Newcastle smashing Brighton, John? Yes. Newcastle beat Brighton by 3-2. I thought we put 2-1. Sorry. I thought first half we were excellent. Second half, wasn't that good. But Brighton should have got something out of the game. They didn't, but we held out and we did fantastic. Norway, thank you very much for that, man. John, do you think you should still go for Jesse Lingard? For me now, oh dear. If he comes, I back him because he's a good player. But I think he'll end up going to West Ham. I really do think he's going to end up going to West Ham. I really do. Bruno would twist on 21. That's in Jim. And John, who's your bottom three to go down at the end of the season? And also for Maisy's bottom three to get relegated. Mine will be Watford, Norwich, and I've got a feeling I'm still going to go with Brentford, Maisy.
When I actually started, I don't know. It's an hard one, to be honest. I do definitely think Norwich and Watford will be going down. No two ways about that. They're 100% going down. But when I look at the Premier League table, it's pretty narrow. I think Burnley will scrape past relegation. I'm pretty sure Burnley fans will be happy for me to say that. Gonna call it Everton to get relegated, Liverpool to win the league.
I'll tell you what, that'd be so embarrassing.
Liverpool fans would love that.
Wow. I'll tell you what, though. If Everton get relegated, that'd be the first time in 71 years.
Yes, the first time they've ever been relegated.
Yes, that is wow. I tell you what, that football club is so poorly run, poorly recruited, right? Spent 500 million on players. They got so many number 10s, I lost count. And I think that football club, yeah, if you don't run the club properly, then fair play to Monsieur spending the money, but it's on the wrong areas. And the managers he appointed has been poor as well. Absolutely shocking. It really has. Roy Keane's lost 0 Manchester derbies. That's how good he is. And also, Roy Keane's very passionate. John and May says as is and always switched on. Absolutely. Everyone's talking about streaming at FIFA. Probably pick United so I can bench Maguire.
As soon as I put my FIFA career mode on, I took Maguire off the captain's I didn't even do a training session, and I put it straight to Bruno. I dropped him though. I think I've done a Lindelof and Varane partnership.
Yeah, I get you, man. Oh man, that'd be a brilliant partnership as well. It's the Inter Milan manager, same as Zaghi, that's played in front of and in that AC Milan team with Pirlo. I'm Italian Serie A pundit and the expert, and it's his brother Simone Inzaghi. So Simone Inzaghi used to be at Lazio, has joined Inter in the summer, and it's on a 2-year deal. Do you play FIFA, mate? Do you plan to stream it on YouTube? I haven't got the FIFA 22 version. I think I'm a bit too late now, mate, because the new is going to come out in 6 months' time. So I love to do FIFA streaming. I love to do that, and someone's going to show us how it's done. The right man for the job is Diego Simeone. He doesn't take any prisoners. I've said that. I still think Diego will be fantastic in Man U. Got one. Why Man U not active in the January transfer window, Maisy?
We've never truly been active in the January transfer window. The only time we have really been at it in the transfer window is when we do have a player who we've wanted in the summer and then comes available in January. We've never been a big business run in terms of January. So I wasn't, especially knowing that Ralph was an interim manager, I didn't expect him to be backed. So I wasn't surprised with this January transfer window, and I did expect there to be outgoings, but I think there was a bit too many outgoings, in my opinion, because we've been left now very, very short. We see a lot more business in the summer transfer window.
Yeah, it'd be interesting. Very interesting summer, but you need to buy 6 or 7 players. You need to revamp that team. If I was the manager, I'd say I want 7 players coming through the door. Simple as that. I still think you probably get... And if Ten Hag comes in, I think Van der Beek could come back. I think you also talked to Van der Beek. It'd definitely be in that midfield under...
What have you thought of Donny, though, in Everton? Because he's had one good game and he hasn't done it for me. So I'm questioning if he even suits the Premier League. But to be honest, it Donny got bit on because he said he wouldn't go Newcastle to fight relegation, and what's he doing now?
Fighting relegation, and that's the way it is. He chose to go to Everton over Newcastle. He's made his bed. Like now, he's got a lie on it. Do you know what I mean? He's a talented kid, but I'm sorry, but if he came to Newcastle, Eddie Howe would have made him an even better midfielder as well. Or he would have got games. I think John Joe would have looked after him, number one, and Joel Linton would have do the dirty work in the midfield, so it takes the pressure off Donny. But at the end of the day, he chose to go to Everton, and he said he wouldn't fight relegation. And there he is. He's getting found out the hard way. But I hope he keeps them up for your sakes and makes him a better player. Our Newcastle fans notice increased negativity towards their club against takeover. Do you know what it is, Rich? I've noticed that quite a lot. Still, our fan base is just an absolute joke. Some of them. I got jumped on a couple of times. I just block them, Maisy. Do you know what I mean? I just block them. So that's going to be up. A couple of days ago, someone jumped on us to say I was being honest, trying to be kind, whatever it is, sort of thing. And it's just said to shame on you, blah, blah, blah. I just blocked him. Because if anyone's jump on this, I just block him, Maisy. Do you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, you notice yourself, Newcastle fans, two great, fantastic people left Twitter, deactivate their accounts because of what happened. And I can't blame for 1 minute. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to get bullied at all whatsoever. And I've always said to people, if you're going to bully on this on the socials, whether it's on YouTube or Twitter or anyone bullies Maisy, they will get found out and they will be blocked. It's as simple as that. There's no need. I don't do it. Maisy doesn't do it. It's all about putting the name back, the respect back in the name. Am I right?
I completely agree, 100%. And people who do bully people, they tend to be jealous.
Exactly. And that's the thing, because I was going to do that social media Muppets the other week, but I was told don't do it.
I talked you out of it.
You did, didn't you? That probably wouldn't solve the solution, really, would it? That wouldn't sort the problem, would it, really? Let's be real. I just can't see it because
exactly, and the best thing for you to do is to, how can I say, just let it go over your head and just keep on doing what you're doing.
Definitely, because I'm a good person. I'm better than that, and if I did that, people might be looking for a sort of thing like, you know what, we're going to find this language contract to Newcastle, blah blah blah, and I'm not gonna cause any problems. If they want to be like that, let them carry on. But hey ho. And now, Maisy, would you say the issue is that there are too many players who believe in their own hypes and think they're better than what they are and think they're bigger than Man U? No one ain't bigger than the club. No player ain't bigger than the club.
Yeah, there's a lot of players who think they're better than the club, and these kind of players are the players who should be leaving the club, players who don't deserve to represent the badge at Manchester United. Think about it, John. Say if you was going to a Newcastle game, your history in the history in Newcastle, how brilliant it was, and say for example you went and lived in Sydney, for instance, and then this once in a lifetime opportunity came, and you got a ticket for Newcastle. Then they played as poor as how Man United play. How would you feel about that?
What if I went from Sydney to Newcastle?
Yeah, if you went from Sydney all the way to Newcastle to see a disgusting performance from your club.
I would say, look, I would enjoy the experience because I always want to come to England and watch Newcastle United. But if I saw performance like that, I'd be disappointed. I'd be annoyed because you pay all that money to come over to see enough performance like that, and it would put us off and go in the future. Yes, but I'll always be a fan, but I will not be paying that sort of money. What I would have done, I would have had a holiday, like a 2 weeks holiday or 3 weeks holiday with the match ticket as well to go there, and then it would be a problem. But you're right, I'll be disappointed with their performance.
Yeah, there's so many fans at Manchester United who do travel to come to Old Trafford and numerous of different countries. I'm not disregarding the England or the UK fans at Manchester United because it's just as poor for them. But if you can't play for your fans, then you seriously, Manchester United isn't the club for you. It really is not the club for you. That is all I'm going to say, because there is a lot of players who do think that they are better than what they are, and all they are is parasites in the club.
Yeah, I agree. if you want to go for the club and you want to play for passion, go for it. But if you don't want to play for the club for the badge, don't do it. But no one ain't bigger than the club, wherever you go. I agree. Steve Bruce would do a job for Man U to get him a Greg's outside Old Trafford.
I will pay Steve Bruce. I'd buy Steve Bruce a drink, whatever he wants, right? You know what? Right, I have seen all these. I'll buy Steve Bruce a bar. I'll buy him a bar for him to stay into retirement. Retire at West Brom. Never come back into football. I'll be happy with that. But to be fairly honest, if Steve Bruce wants anything to do with Man United, tell him to put a Man United shirt on, a Man United kit, replace Harry Maguire, because I'm sure Steve Bruce now will do a better job.
Yeah. But you wouldn't have him as manager then, no?
No, I would not have him as a manager.
Fair enough.
Would you have him back?
No chance. I'd take Fiona Bruce as manager, let's be real. No, I mean, I tell you, I'd take Ken Bruce rather than Steve Bruce. And that's how that is, and he doesn't know anything about football. But there you go. Finish the Poch when he's at Saints. You just had to translate that. And since he's moved to Spurs and it's PSG, his English now spot on, John. Absolutely agree there. And Potter, too good for Man U, should hold up for a bigger job. That's from Paul. And Potter's not good enough for United. And, you know, just going to fight as well. And you got any more streams to do later on, or?
No, I'm all done for the day. So I've been working early and stuff, so I'm just gonna chill out for the night, and then I don't know what I'm gonna do. Chill out and watch some telly or something, and then I'm on a late shift tomorrow. So
bless. You deserve a rest anyway. But let's go 10 more minutes in this sort of Friday just quickly. Man,
honestly, it's absolutely fine. You don't have to rush.
No, it's fine. Oh, bless you. That's why we love you on here. And I was going to say, man, you don't attract the big names these days. That's from Paul. Reece, starting to Reece. Steve Bruce, the perfect fit for United.
Oh, no, don't, Richard. Don't, Richard. You make... I'm sorry, but this is upsetting me, all this Steve Bruce talk.
Wow.
Am I just cry now hearing all this Steve Bruce to Man United?
Hey, yeah.
I think he went to the right United when he went to a United team.
Yeah. You better tell it was Tony the Red then, haven't you? John, can I send you a Man United top for you bit from Amazon as next day delivery mate with Cavani on the back? And he's a great man. Now, save your money, mate. Buy for Maisy, yeah?
I've got all United tops.
Yeah,
got them all. So
Tony the Red.
Yeah, Tony will like a shirt.
Yeah, I think you'll love that. Crystal John and Newcastle fans in live chat. From when Howe got hired to now, what are your thoughts on the team since he's came in, and how far do you think he can take us? He's done a fantastic job, Reece. He really has. I mean, what he did, he's got us 8 games undefeated, second in the form league, and he's playing 4-3-3. He's turned Joe Linton's career round, right? And he's now one of the best box-to-box midfielders in the game, in the Premier League. I can't lie, because he's been fantastic. And John Shelby's come back to his best. He gets the defenders defend properly, and I hope he stays there for the next 5 years at least. I want him to be our Alex Ferguson, and I think he'd be absolutely fine. Do you agree with that one there, Maisy?
Yeah, I agree. Eddie Howe's done an absolute blinding job at Newcastle, and we've just got to praise him for that as well. I wanted to let everyone know that Bayern Munich's winning 3-0 against Salzburg.
They're winning 3-0. Wow.
Yeah. In 23 minutes, Lewandowski has already got his hat-trick.
Wow. They say it's going to be a tough game, but I'm not going to buy that for a second, right? And Bayern Munich.
How can no one say he is the best striker in the world right now? Come on.
He's 34 years of age, and he's still got it. He's better than Harry Kane. Honestly, he's better than Harry Kane. Let's be real. And if Everton gets knocked next 2 games, one of them is against us, it'd be goodbye Everton at the end of like Sunderland due to the situation. And Andrew's already got a new stadium in the pipeline as well. So that will not look good in the championship. Will it 60,000 capacity in the championship? Wow. Big up to you, Static. All you okay? And how can take us so far? We need 2 top strikers. How far can you take us?
Yeah. You just need two strikers.
Two
Yeah, I
top
agree
strikers.
with that. I think Chris
100.
Wood hasn't been the sign that people thought he was going to be. He's done well at Burnley, so I'm not too sure what's really going on with Chris Wood. But of course, I don't really watch Newcastle like you watch Newcastle. But what do you think's going on with Chris Wood?
Look, people see it that I mean, for me, well, I was shocked when he got him for 25 million quid, right? The price tag, I know the fell out of my stool, my seat. Well, I heard I was going to pay that sort of money for him. I can't lie, but let's be real, he's only on for a short-term contract anyway, right? And all he does just holds the ball up, and that's about it. He hasn't scored yet. I'm getting some Newcastle fans seeing that he's doing a good job. He needs to score goals. You don't pay 25 million just to hold the ball up. You've got to score goals at the back of the net. I want him to score. I want him to succeed. But the bottom line is, he's just not scoring goals. The only one thing he did, we did that through ball to Jacob Murphy on Saturday, when he put him clean through, right? Which led to the goal of Ryan Fraser. Me personally, we need two strikers coming in the summer. If you want to go for a title, if you want to go for the top four, if you want to go into Europe, Chris Wood ain't the answer. He's not good enough.
Is Callum Wilson the answer for top four as well, or would you settle him on two?
I say he's a bench player. I'll keep him, but keep him on as a bench player. Yeah. Or he's going to play 4-4-2. He'd be perfect for that. But Callum Wilson, I don't think he'll play until the end of the season. I don't think he'll play again this season. I don't think he will. Because I love Callum Wilson. He works hard for the team and he scores, but we badly miss him. Because the chances Chris would have, like against Burnley, Callum Wilson would have put that chance away.
100%.
But Callum Wilson's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant player, Callum. But for me, I mean, as much as I like Chris Wood, he does try, but for me, he can't start next season. He can't. If you're going to go for titles or fight for Europe as well, he is not the issue, not the solution. But still, much love from Northumberland, John Ladd. Big up to you, Dino. And hope your family are fantastic as well. After all the money spent in February 2016 on Maisy, Everton deserves it. 500 million quid they spent on as well. Wow. Good stats. I'd go for this as well. I think Fan the Beat chose to join the right club. Excuse me. And I'm not going to read the next one out. Cameron, I'm sorry, mate. That is that comment. I don't know if you can see that comment. And those my mods are totally running me mods, mate. You should have picked up on that, mate. You should have picked up on that. So, this is Sean Make on the stream. Sarah Maguire. Lewandowski scores. I think may go down. They may go down as a tough run in. I'm worried about that. Everton as well. Always talking about Man U, John. This is a Man U chat tonight with Maisy, Cameron, mate. So, but it's a Newcastle content, by the way. They have a chance to reach United Vienna. John and Maisy, when I did a full manager, save on Man U, I saw Maguire to Everton, got great money for him. Good man, good lad. And it's just got to say that. And John says, do we need Boubacar Kamara in summer? Would he be a replacement for Shelby or Hayden? Well, Hayden can go. I like Hayden, but I don't think he's going to be the future in the summer. Not for this great future team here. Crystal Palace wants him as well, by the way. But if he's going to improve the team, Josh, get him in. And would I take him? I would, because he's a good player. Everton were shambles last year against Spurs. Lamptey sorted their defence ASAP. I want to be getting relegated. Donny is playing for a really poor team at a minute. Difficult to judge him early. Fairly asked him Foxy. And Rich said, Frank Lamps is a poor manager. Go for it as well. Yeah, I was just going to go for his comments as well. I mean, I want to talk to you about your defense. Your defense, right? I mean, your defense. Well, it's a shocking one. That was like you got like 160. I know. You got teams like what's his name? You got Rand Bissaka, 50 million, Maguire, 80 million. Lindelof, to be fair to him, he's one of the best players you've got, 30 million, and Tellers, 30 million. That's 190 million pound of defence you've got there. Big up TGS, mate. Wow. That's waste of money. Waste of money, man.
Yeah. When you do look at obviously the players, how much they were bought for, I know that it's terrible. 80 million for Maguire when United didn't want to pay 70 million for Kumbella. And then you look at, of course, they didn't want to pay, I think it was 25 million for Ruben Diaz, but they wanted to pay 80 million for Maguire. They didn't want to pay 25 million for Van Dijk. You look at things like that and you think it's stupid. But under the same breath, I look at it and think it isn't the players' fault that they got priced at 50 million, 80 million. This is down to poor recruitment and poor scouting at Manchester United. Because this is always going to be, when it comes to England, there's going to be English tax. We know that. Then there's going to be further tax on Manchester United tax. And that's the same with any club. There's going to be a certain tax for their club. But I just think that you can't blame the player for it. But in terms of how Wan-Bissaka, I never want to see him in a Manchester United shirt again. He was poo. Harry Maguire, if I was a giant, I would flick him into outer space. Lindelof, he looks clueless next to Harry Maguire. He looks like he doesn't trust himself. And you know what? I feel sorry for Lindelof. Lindelof was actually scapegoated last season, in my opinion, saying it's all Lindelof's fault why we're conceding goals. It's not Maguire's fault. But this season, all of a sudden, it's Maguire's fault and not Lindelof's. So who was it really last season? Clearly Harry Maguire's, but no one wanted to recognise that clearly. Lindelof, for me, he isn't a defender where he isn't the quickest of defenders. But in terms of Lindelof, he's got qualities at Manchester United, of course, other defenders don't have. Them long passes, what Lindelof does, I think he's already got a couple of assists this season just because of his long passes. And there's something what's really needed. And I don't think he was even bought at Manchester United for his defending. He brought it for his other attributes as a defender. And we have seen that a lot. He's improved this season, his one-on-ones, where everyone criticised him out. He's improved in the air. He's a much better defender than what he was last season. And he looks a lot more comfortable around any defender who isn't called Harry, Jacob, Maguire.
Wow, absolutely. And I see you getting rid of him in the summer anyway. I mean, Dan Burn should be in the England squad. Let's be real. If he does go to Qatar and Harry Maguire does, we'll not win the World Cup. We're not winning the World Cup. And what's going on, Chris Wood? He is shite. That's according to New Monkey Tips. Do subscribe to my channel, mate. Please do. That'd be fantastic. And we need a striker. We should be able to get some better options in the summer. And Chris Wood has to be diced for years. It takes time to change that. You'll come good. But we want to score goals. That's what we need. I'll get rid of Wilson far to injury prone. We can sound way better. Do subscribe, mate. That'd be fantastic if you can. And at the time of Wood's purchase made sense. There's no guarantee signed up. If he dropped, he would be a good championship. I think he was bought to weaken Burnley and to hedge on going down. Well, I can't see Burnley going down. We're not going down. And let's be real about that one. But yeah, I can see your point, Andrew. That's a good comment there, by the way. Yes, I'll call Lewandowski the greatest of all time. Richard, greatest of all time means GOAT, greatest of all time. Lamptey Ban. Have I pronounced his name right? Lamptey, that's it. Lamptey. Yeah, I know what you mean. He had a good game on Saturday. I thought he looked fantastic. Too good for Brighton, by the way.
He's a brilliant right back. He's brilliant.
I like him. I like that kid. I really do.
I think he'd suit Newcastle, to be honest. But of course, you have got Matt Target now, and you have got Kieran Trippier. He's not exactly essential, but I think he is a brilliant right back. I would personally have him at Manchester United. But I would actually take the right back wise. I would take the right back from Ajax. He is sensational.
Like him. Yes, definitely. Everton will kill your defence right now. And he did the right thing by whacking away, and when the price tags of players kept going up. That's in Joshua. I absolutely agree. Question of us not moving the stadium. What upgrades do you think we should happen? One for me is a change of colour for the seats to make them black and white. That's a good point there. And not only that, we're not going to move stadiums, by the way. I don't think we will. It just takes the history out of the way. I can't see us moving stadium at all, mate. Be nice. Who made the decision to sign Maguire over Koulibaly, Guardiola, Diaz, and Zecho and Saka, or Cancelo deserves to sack. Clueless. Wow. Koulibaly, I tell you what, he's levels about Maguire. Levels are the time.
Our League 2 defender is levels above Harry Maguire.
Big up. You're right. I remember Mourinho's calling it out for Koulibaly, but he never got him. Because Napoli wanted 80 million at the time. Just got that one as well. Thanks a lot, mate. I appreciate that. Thanks so much. Danbo won't go to the World Cup, mate. He's past it, apparently. Southgate won't pick him, apparently. It's a good one. He plays Newcastle. Southgate won't pick him.
He's still picking here, though.
Yeah, he would. He's still picking. He's still picking the guy. He's still picking his favourites. That is the thing. And you know what it is, right?
This is the thing with international football. It should be about how you play at club football. It should be a reward for players. It should be down to favouritism. By the way, Reese knows about Timber. He knows how much I like Timber as a player. I always rave about him constantly. He came into the actual Ajax first team in 2019, and I think he's only 20 now. So he came in at such a level, and the fact that he's a starting 11 player for Ajax, he's actually got into the Netherlands international team. He's very, very quick defender. I really rate him, but I really, really do, and I would absolutely love for him to come to Manchester United. Can these Manchester United scouts come and take me on? I'll tell them how what to do, and I'll make us a FIFA team.
Oh yeah, man. They should listen to you. Listen to Maisy. Get her employed, and she'll do a job. She'll do a fantastic job, won't you? So, you know what it is, right? I mean, I think you'd be brilliant, but whether they listen to you, I don't know. But I'll take you on. Any day. You could come to Newcastle if you want, but we'll just see, man. But you never know. If any of the scouts listen to Maisy, she's your lass. And going back to what Chris said, have you seen True George's podcast with Trippier yet? I haven't watched it, mate, but I will be watching it, mate. 100%. Imagine not picking a Newcastle player because of the Middlesbrough link. I do think if Southgate overlooks anyone for Newcastle, it will be shocking. Trippier will go. Well, they got 4 right backs. He'll probably choose Trent over Trippier. I mean, Reece James is going to go. Kyle Walker.
Kyle Walker's a favourite.
Yeah, those two would definitely go. Then you probably have to pick one more right back. And catching a bit, Norvik, man. Enjoy your evening, mate, and thanks for coming on. And watch what you're doing, man. And Paul's got fans forum tonight. Started 10 minutes ago. So great channel, great content. Great Maisy to do the team talk for Man United players on match days. Yep, that'd be amazing. Current players, animals, not good. Maz Gui, Timbers, Gorente, Adiemi, and Anthony Nasoma to start with. Dybala on the free. It gets to done. Kesey's on the feet. If United had an ambition to go for the top talent and not Dross.
If Man United had ambition, they would have got Dybala and Kesey on a pre-contract agreement. So we definitely had them.
Yeah. You know what? Dybala's available. I think he's on the fee in the summer. But Juve is trying to turn down to a new deal. But I think it was a different challenge. I could be wrong, but anything can happen. But I still got a sneaky feeling I think Dybala's stay at Juve. Because you tried to get him a couple of years ago as well, but he wouldn't come.
Yeah, apparently he refused to move at Manchester United, but I think he's open to leave. Well, he's open to look at other clubs. So I think Manchester, and from what I was reading, Manchester United has always had interest in him.
Well, if you get him, I think that'd be a start. That guy would be fantastic for you. Let's be real. Good streams tonight, you two. It's been entertaining. Big up, Reese. And last but not least, a couple more. See some bottom of League One again. Yep, they were losing, were they? Thank you, John Maisy. I'm hopping over to the fans forum. Great show. Enjoy, Josh. Big up to you. And 100% Maisy, Val and Casey on pre-contracts, both on the free. I still get them both perfect in the new system. In the summer, we intend to go with. And give me a boost to the stream, John and Maisy. Thank you both very much. Entertaining, full of laughs and banter. Thank you now. Appreciate that, my guy. Listen, I'm going to wrap up there. We've been on for an hour and 45 minutes tonight, haven't we? We done okay?
We have. It's been brilliant.
Yeah, and we want to go false 9 in the summer. Dybala is a centre forward, so make it happen. And let's hope Newcastle interested in this guy as well, because we can do a number 10 as well if we can get one. So yeah, I mean, like, it's been brilliant tonight, hasn't it? It's been fantastic. And and there's always got on a Tuesday. And I've got Tony the Red in as well. Fantastic. Thank yous to and chat. Big up to you, my guy. Big up to you. And can you tell us where you can find on your socials, Pet?
Yeah, of course. I want to say thank you so much, John, for having me on. I absolutely always love to come onto the channel on a Tuesday. I absolutely love Tuesdays because I know that I get to talk football with you. It's always brilliant, and your channel is growing amazingly. What you're doing on the channel is absolutely phenomenal, and you should be honestly so proud of what you're doing in terms of your channel. Just keep up exactly what you're doing, and honestly, you'll go far, you'll go places, and you absolutely deserve that. Nobody deserves it more than you. You put all the hours in, all the effort in, and you honestly deserve it so much to get far there in the YouTube community. So big up to you, John. Thank you so much for having me on. And my YouTube channel, that is Devils United. I do Manchester United content for the men and the women's football. I will be doing a couple of streams during this week, a couple of previews, because I always try to do a preview for both the men and the women's. Plus as well, watch alongs. I don't do as many match reactions because if I do a watch along, there's no point doing a reaction just because you already see me reacting live about the show. But yeah. That's where you can find me, Devils United, and you can find me on my Twitter, which is at 2_MUFC Maze.
Fantastic. Go and check out her content as well. It is fantastic. She's got a community channel as well, by the way, and it's not just Man U. She does like women's football as well. She's very expert on that as well. She loves having great guests as well, and does the quiz. She does the lot, and she is only 21 years old. And do you think the current issues are like a manager future will hurt use in the pre-contract market? We are lurking.
100%. It will. It can hurt us 100%. So, from what I'm hearing, we're supposed to be interviewing managers. So let's hope that is the case. Poch is actually wrote off from being the Manchester United manager. So we'll just have to see who we get. Whoever we do get, though, I'll back. You've got to back your manager until there's reason why you can't. So whoever we get, I'll back, and we'll see what we go from there. But I definitely do believe it can hurt us massively because it just feels like there's teams who are planning 5 years ahead. We're like back 5 years. We're not even in present. It just feels like we're 5 years behind when everything, managers, transfers, the recruitment, the board, everything.
Yeah, absolutely. And let's hope that your club gets back to where you want to be as well, Beer, because let's be honest, you've got to start again, reset and start again. And then we'll be challenging. I think both could be top 4 next season. We get our recruitment right. You know what I mean? That'd be amazing. And is John coming on, Paul? Sure. I'm going to try. And thanks to you both as well for Andrew. Great show as always. Thanks for coming on. And thanks for your donation, by the way, mate. I appreciate that. But thanks to you too, mate. And thanks to Tony the Red. Make sure you subscribe on Maisy's W United Bill in person to get a 600 band in it. And Curtis, so we don't act properly. Thomas is normal to not want to live anymore. 16. Wow. I'm so sorry to hear that, Thomas. Listen, right, if you've got problems, mate, right, seek help. You can come to me. You can talk to Maisy as well on the DM. Talk to anyone on the social media, mate, okay? The best person for that is the World of Sport TV. And go with Bazza. Bazza 080808. He is absolutely fantastic. If you go to him on social media, Bazza 080808, get in touch with him straight away. And trust as I say this, he will help you along the way. And please, Thomas, seek help right away. And you're too young. At 16, you're too young to do doing things, mate. And I'm 52. Macy's 21. Yeah. And if you want to help on the DM, right, just contact us on the DM, mate. And that's all you have to do. It's as simple as that. And I hope you're okay, Tom. Speak to yourself, Maisy John, one of us in a live chat. Anytime, next time on, tomorrow, come on. And not sure where you're located, but let's help out there. Wherever you do go through now, it's just a small blip in time. Listen to us. Please listen to us, Thomas, mate. And, get to us right away. Much love to yourselves. Have a lovely evening to you as well. Liam, do subscribe to my channel, Liam. Yeah, click on subscribe, mate. That'd be fantastic. Seek help, Thomas, buddy. We're all there for you, mate. And send any of us a DM. That's what we're here for. And Tom Swift, I'm going to read this out from Reese. Also, please speak. I'm always here to support my Twitters on YouTube near. I'm never going to ignore anyone. I'm dealing with movement at the minute, so I'm here to support. Contact the people, Tom, mate. You got people out there for you, mate. Yeah. And listen, just look after yourself and please don't do anything silly. Contact us. Is that right, Maisy?
Exactly, 100%. 100%.
And Thomas, look for some help, please. There will be plenty of people that are willing to listen. Big up. And big up to Liam as well. So for a while, John. Liam, thanks so much indeed, mate. I'm also the Weber. Big up to you, mate. Listen, if you're I'm going to do tomorrow. I was going to do the big team debate, but unfortunately, the press conference on tomorrow and the match preview I'm going to do on the Thursday. I'll do a watch along. And I'll be doing that. And Friday, the press conference action again and the Chelsea preview. Saturday, I've got to think about. Sunday, the watch on Sunday. And use again on next week.
Yes, sounds absolutely amazing.
Because you are the best. But listen, thanks for coming on. I will do you in a backstage. And guys, if you like to like the video, please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. Also, click on Maisy's content as well. And she is absolutely fantastic. She also hit 600, future 1K. And also, if you'd like to donate, please click on the $sign. And also, if you'd like to become a member, click on the join button. And thanks to the Dugout channel and Andrew as well, and for donations. I really appreciate it, guys. Have a fantastic evening and watch what you're doing until take care. Bye-bye.